Today I'm going to be analysing Season 2 of Kuroko no Basuke. If you haven't seen Season 2, needless to say, if you haven't even seen Season 1, then stop this video now, as there will be spoilers. This is not a full review, as I would have to review both Season 1 and Season 2. This is just going to be my thoughts and opinions of Season 2, what's good about it, what's bad about it, and how I overall felt, really. Again, not a review, so don't get mixed up. Kuroko no Basuke Season 1 really left a void in me, as I wanted to see how Seven would fight back and become stronger. So when I heard that they were going to make a Season 2, I was thrilled. We start out Season 2 with a kick-ass new opening. We are then introduced to Kagemi's American friend Himuro Tatsuya, and this is the first scene in which English will continue to make me laugh throughout the series.
Well, Tiger. What a surprise to find you here.
You don't look surprised at all. Keeping the usual poker face.
I ain't keeping a poker face. It's my nature.
After that, we then get to see another member of the Generation of Miracles, Murasaki Bara, but we don't get to see him play against Seren until the near end of the season. In fact, we also get to see Akashi, the captain of the Generation of Miracles, but we don't get to see him play at all in the season, so yeah, that kinda sucks. Also, we don't even get to know what his power is, but he makes up for that by almost stabbing Kagemi's neck with a pair of scissors. The man is crazy. Another character introduced is Kagemi's American basketball teacher, Alexander Garcia, and this is the second scene in which English is used that continue to make me laugh even harder.
Just shut it and put your pants on!
Gee, is that how you behave to your teacher?
She has a tendency to kiss people. Well, two types of people anyways. Children and girls. Preferably Japanese girls. She finds them cute. Now, in the beginning, I thought that Alexander Garcia was more of a fan service character than a character that would actually progress the plot. I was wrong. She actually did progress the plot by helping Taiga with a new basketball move called Meteor Jam, which was actually a new type of slam dunk that he used against Yosen in the final quarter. Going on the topic of fan service, there's a lot in the second season. There was some in the first season, but there's a lot in the second season. There's a lot for the female demographic, but there's a lot for the male demographic as well. In the Hot Spring episode, there was a lot of fan service in that. Enough for both demographics, really. Although that episode had a lot of fan service in it, I personally thought it was a pretty funny episode, as well as more of a serious episode as well, when Awamine's team, Toho, comes in and starts a declaration of battle, kind of threatening each other. But then they realize that both teams are equally strong enough and it's going to be an interesting match to see. There are some characters here that actually get more screen time than they did in Season 1. An example of this would be Riko's father, the coach. He actually helps the team find out their true abilities and how they can improve in their basketball. One of the things I still liked about Kuroko no Basuke was actually the actual basketball games. Now, although some of the characters were OP as fuck, other characters were not so much and still battled along throughout the game. The main message of Kuroko no Basuke is that friendship is a powerful weapon. Yeah, friendship, I know. Anybody who has watched Kuroko no Basuke knows that these basketball players have special moves and abilities. I'm going to name a couple of new moves that players have learned. Let's start with Kuroko, who has learned the most. He learned the move Vanishing Drive, which he used effectively against Shutoko and other matches after that. However, he was stopped by none other than Awamine. Kuroko also learned a new pass called Ignite Pass Kai, which was just a more stronger pass previous to his Ignite Pass in Season 1. It was used against Awamine and worked effectively, but for the second time stopped by him again. It was Misdirection Overflow, which helped his teammates to use the Vanishing Drive ability like Kuroko, but the problem with that move is that the team who has experienced that move can no longer be affected by Kuroko's misdirection if they were to ever play him again. That's a problem in itself, so if Kuroko ever has to play against Toho, he pretty much screwed himself. Another move which to me was a very important move was the Phantom Shot, which gave him the ability to shoot using his misdirection. He used this move against Murasaki Bara and has not been stopped, but I fear that it will be if they ever make a third series. And you can probably guess who I think will stop it. Yeah. Hyuga, the captain of Seri, learned the barrier jumper move where he could shoot a three-pointer quickly. That, however, was stopped by one of the Toho players, you know, the one that cries and apologizes a lot. Yeah, him. Kyoshia learned Vice Claw, which gave him the ability to grip the ball, and he used his right of postponement with this move to either pass or shoot. The biggest ability in Kuroko no Basuke that was the most amazing to watch on screen was the zone. It's when a player who loves the sport that they play have the ability to play at the full 100%, hyping up their movements and skills. The players who used these were Kagemi, Awamine, and Murasaki Bara, which is strange because we are told and shown that Murasaki Bara doesn't love basketball. Makes you think, doesn't it? So let's get on to my overall opinion of the series. Well, to me it definitely felt that Sirin had grown strong and is now on a roll. I like that Kagami got a backstory as well as the other supporting characters. However, I am disappointed that they didn't do a backstory for Kuroko himself, considering that, you know, the show is named after him. Yeah, we got a flashback here and there with him with the Generation of Miracles, but I want his personal backstory. It would have just been something nice to see, really. I had no problem with the music, and I especially loved the second ending song. Knowing that the man that voiced Kuroko sang the song blew my mind, and it was actually good to listen to. The animation for the characters haven't changed, but I was not too sure of the use of flashing rays of light, making it look like a typical shonen. But I digress, as the actual basketball playing made up for that. If there seems to be a running theme in the show, it's that basketball players are douches, and until they lose, they cannot realize that. The exception of this, of course, is Kurosaki Daiichi, who can just go die, because their style of basketball is the absolute worst. I cannot forgive them for what they did to Kyoshi. A problem with this is that the show's pacing is a typical 3-episode long per game duration, so that it's pretty much 3 episodes per basketball game. They can even extend a 2-minute basketball match to 12 minutes.
Whoa.
Do I think Season 2 is better than Season 1? No, but that doesn't stop the season from being enjoyable, and that's what it really was, something fun to watch. Not gonna lie, I was psyched when a new episode would air. Well, now that the season has ended, I do believe that they will make another season, only because of its popularity and that they have enough source material to go on. But until that happens, looks like I will have to read the manga. How many chapters is there anyways? Ah, shit.